came up some few seconds to this episode. As usual, we so happy to have you on here, and trust me, you don't want to miss this one. You don't want to miss this one. Okay, and so as usual, we need you to go out there, let family and friends know that we're live, and let's get it rolling. And that is exactly what I am doing. If you think it's share worthy, go out there, share the feed to family and friends, and let's all come together, learn. I mean, make it very interactive. Okay, so this is today's episode will be more of should I call it more of a debate, because there is something I don't agree with Prissy on, right? And so Prissy, with her science and whatever background, will try to explain stuff to us, because I mean, I really don't agree on whatever we about to discuss. We have different views on this one. It's not so common for us to have different views on stuff, but on this particular one, we have different views. Okay, so hey, Prissy, how's it going?
I'm good.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you very ready for this one. Okay, now it has to do with should I call it familiarity, or maybe not necessarily familiarity as Prissy would explain it, because I think she wants to look at things from a scientific point of view, but I believe that all the scientific stuff is just a cover-up, right? Okay, now when people, it sends my mind back to when people like are dating for the first time, or they go on their first date, or everyone tries to act prim and proper, right? When you look at people on their first date, it's like they don't even go to the loo or something, right? Everyone has a straight face, trying to be the best version of themselves. Now the question is, how on earth do people really become themselves when they are like married for a long time, and so on and so forth? Okay, so let me bring it home. So when it comes to if you speak to a lot of married partners, there would be either one or both of them who can just play funny pranks or jokes on their partners. They leave all the should I call it gentlemanliness and all the ladies, whatever. And you can see partners just passing by the other partner, and they would release gaseous substances. They'll just fart, like without any remorse. And Prissy thinks that I am too prim, like I try to be too prim and proper and want to, and she feels that sometimes those are not necessarily the doing of the other partner, like it's scientific. Prissy, what is scientific about this? Go ahead. Go ahead and explain the science to us.
I have to catch my breath. So like I say, pattern can sometimes be involuntary. So
no. How on earth can farting be involuntary? I don't agree.
I heard of people who fart in their sleep.
Yes, okay, so if you are asleep, that's fine. you might not have control over it. But when you are wide awake, what is scientific about that? What is hormonal about how do hormones take such an productivity out of your hands.
It does.
How?
It does a lot.
Yeah, how?
Hormones, the microbial
Uh-huh.
makeup of your gut. There's so
Okay.
many scientific reasons why somebody will be releasing gas.
Yeah, so the microbial makeup of your gut will definitely knock and say, hey, I am coming. So why on earth would you? Okay, let me ask a question. Why is it that when people are dating, the microbial composition of their gut never allows them to release gas unannounced when they are with their date or their partners to be? Why does it only happen when people are happily married for a long time? We are listening.
No, it's not absolute. You can't tell that when people are dating. Maybe you know or you have experienced it for yourself, but it is not everybody. So that it cannot be an absolute truth that when people are dating, they don't. It is actually what we call love is blind. So sometimes it happens, but you want to get married to the person. Oh my goodness.
No, it's you still haven't managed to
No, I'm
convince.
saying that what you are saying is not an absolute fact.
Okay, so you
But
think that someone can really go on their first date and go fat?
no, but first date you have control of things, but then you cannot hide who you
So
are.
why
You
would you
cannot
have
hide
control?
who you are for a
Why
very long time.
why would you have control over things for the whole period? Like
You can't
for
hide who you are. So, like you say, we try to be prim and proper the first time because we are meeting somebody we don't know or somebody we are not comfortable around. But when we get comfortable around you, we can be ourselves.
oh no, oh no, because it then at a point I would read it as, okay, why are people trying to be maybe uncouth? I might be too harsh on that, but then I go like, yeah, that's pretty uncouth. Why would you do that?
And
And
sometimes you're changing your body structure. So you might not have a metabolic syndrome when you were slimmer and dating and all that. Then when you start having babies, because of um your change in body hormones and all that, these things come into play. So it's not like it's intentional, you know, like
no,
even snoring. You can marry somebody who doesn't snore,
mhm,
and then when the person starts gaining weight or something, the person begins to snore. So
right.
you might think that it's intentional, but it isn't because of a change in the person's body structure. Now the person begins to snore. You get it? So it is not intentional.
So I have a quick question. When it comes to things that relate to someone sleeping, that's fine. The person is not like active. The person is not in a state where they can control a lot of things. So that's fine. But when the person is wide awake, what would then be the excuse?
No, so before you were not living in the same house. So how would you know that the person, maybe you just spend a short time together, and this time around you are around each other 24/7. So it is more obvious to pick up some of the traits you didn't know about when you
Okay.
are together for that long period. So let's say, for instance, if you have to go out and excuse yourself,
Yeah.
but it might be in the same house. You accidentally come to pass by and the thing flashes on your
No,
face.
how can you accidentally, and that's my problem, right? So so is it that when if you want to pass gas, you know, like does your body not tell you, even if you've had body changes, microbial, whatever you are hormonal, whatever. Don't you know? It's like, don't you have that knock sensation? I mean, come on.
All right, so let's move away from the passing of gas, and
Okay.
also,
So yeah, go ahead.
so sometimes people also complain that maybe they were
Mm-hmm.
dating a lady who was classy, used
Okay.
to do
Yeah.
a lot of makeup and
Right.
all that, and then after
Right.
marriage, the person has stopped
Correct.
looking all that good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes the how do you call it? The pressures of life.
Okay.
So let's say you just had a baby
Okay.
and you have to take care of the baby,
Mm-hmm.
work. Even when you are pregnant, there are things I also attribute that to hormones. There are days that you don't even have the strength to even get up, let
Okay.
alone have time to put on makeup and all that. So
Right.
I believe that things change. You shouldn't expect that the way you met your spouse, that's how your spouse is going to constantly be, especially for we the women. Things
Okay.
change.
Mm-hmm.
So don't expect too much when like babies are coming in and all that.
Right.
And so yeah, some of the men don't understand that. They feel that their wives have changed, they're being lazy, and some of them are overwhelmed with the fact that maybe they marry slim women and the women have become big women. It's all most of the time is out of the control of the woman.
Right. I mean, when it comes to things related to pregnancy and all, I think that makes a lot more sense. Like, yeah, of course, to accommodate the baby, blah, 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 a new human being is growing in you. There are a lot of hormonal changes. That one, when you bring in hormonal changes and stuff, yeah, that makes a lot
Yeah,
of sense.
but
But do you think,
but like metabolic syndrome can actually make you go through that because sometimes you have hormonal changes, and then some people even go on to get PCOS, um, and they have digestive issues and all that. Sometimes you don't even have to take milk, you don't have to take egg, but you still
yeah, I mean that is sending us back to that. So maybe we would, but the thing is that my concern, yeah, you can have whatever you call it,
so what if you
the
live in
syndrome.
a single room, like just a
Yeah,
single room, you cannot
yeah,
go out?
yeah.
Yeah, so you have
No,
to
pretty,
accommodate it.
but if
Or
you
you
want
prefer
to
the
do,
person says excuse me and then that's it.
no, the person would say excuse me and would really excuse himself or herself.
The way he says excuse
To,
me, it is
no.
either you go or
No, no. So, so it should be more of, okay, I have to excuse myself. And it's not just even enough just saying excuse me and then you sit there and then still it should be more of, I'll need to excuse myself, then you excuse yourself. Because Prissy, people could have whatever syndrome, whatever, what. If they want to do number two, they still find a way to go to wherever it is done. You get, you don't just say, yeah, I have whatever, and then you get it. And so, for example, for someone who chews loudly, okay, you wouldn't go to a restaurant. In fact, I remember when we were in primary school, our teacher, she was called Miss Christiana Jiwanu. Yeah, I remember her name. She made every one of us buy a book, a small book called Courtesy for Boys and Girls. I think every married couple need that book, no matter how long you've been married for.
it's for
See,
boys and girls. We have to look for
exactly, no, the expectation is that when people are boys and girls, they will nurture such traits, such courteous behavior, and grow with it. And so, if by some unfortunate means people have not grown with it, I think that book is still needed, right? Because I remember clearly in that book, it talks about when you are with people, when you go to a restaurant, I mean, different scenarios and what is expected of you. So, for example, when you are in a restaurant, you're supposed to eat in such a way that it wouldn't be loud enough to disturb the other person. Your cutlery isn't expected to make noise. There are quite a number of things. How is it that when
I think the courtesy for boys and girls gave environments where you
say that again?
It was attributed to specific environments. So even if you read it, you might not see your home as
no, the home
as a likely environment.
The home was also captured there. So when you are in the home as well, there is what is expected of you, right? So that you don't just go out there and because in my, especially if you marry a spouse who has OCD, wants things done in a specific way, in a particular way, then there would always be problems, right? Like, so someone who just come home and throw the shoes anywhere, would throw the socks anywhere, like scattered, and say, "Hey, I'm home." Like, yeah, you home doesn't mean you should misbehave. Right? Yeah. So, I think I don't know which I've forgotten. I mean, I think my mother.
We were meant to be.
Yeah. So I didn't buy my copy, but I got my mother's old copy. But maybe I would suggest to the publisher to add courtesy in marriage as well. It's because it feels sometimes I might be taking it to the nonsense degree, but sometimes it smacks of disrespect. You get it? Yeah, you should feel free around your spouse, but hey, come on, you should have a certain sense of courtesy and respect to your partner. You don't just say, "Hey, yeah, we are married." I mean, you are going nowhere, and so because of that, you just misbehave. It's misbehavior. It's misdemeanor. Oh, I have someone who supports me. Now Brown says so true. Yeah. So because of that, you just scatter things around. You do things. In fact, there are people, and I am particularly angered about like situations where people who just can run across a partner and just release gas and run away and think it's fun. How is this fun? Of all the games you could play on earth, how is it how is it fun? And you tell your partner you don't know how to play. Like, what is playful about this? So, I mean, to all people who are involved in marriage counseling and everything, please, this is my personal appeal. I have an extra chapter to discuss this. Have a place to discuss this.
Courtesy in marriage.
Yeah, courtesy in marriage. Courtesy in marriage. It's not just nice to make your spouse feel that. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So people will eat and leave their plates unwashed.
Exactly.
They come back from work, dump their shoe where they sit. They just dump everything there and expect the partner to be the one.
Right.
It's not. I don't think, especially with those ones, especially the men who like doing that.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Yeah, and
if you come home and your wife has cleaned the house nicely, try and also put things at the right place. Yes,
exactly. It just shows respect. I mean, you don't want to make it feel like, oh, but you will clean it, and so then you would. I mean, how on earth would you think like that and go like, oh, but what have you been doing at home? You will clean it.
No.
You get it. It.
And it's the same attitude we take out. So, there are people who sit in cars, like public
Yeah,
cars, and throw trash out of the window. And then when
exactly.
you talk, they'll tell you that, and that's why Zoom Lion is there. It's a very like bad attitude.
Absolutely.
And there's the same such I can imagine what they do inside their homes. People
Correct.
who just trash, I'm sure they are very troublesome at home.
Clearly. Clearly. Super, super troublesome. So hey, yeah, we know you, this is the person you share everything with, you share your life with, you share, but it also doesn't mean you should overstep some bounds. Okay. Very quick question. Prissy, how many people do you think would easily release gas? I'm really on the gas one. Release gas in front of their in-laws, no matter what condition they have, gut, whatever, hormonal, what, you wouldn't
They
do that
want, yeah.
just because of a simple or single word called respect. How many people would do that in front of their bosses at work? In fact, even your colleagues at work that you don't necessarily like, you wouldn't subject them to such gaseous torture. So then you ask yourself, why on earth would you do that to someone who has dedicated his life or her life to love you? Why would you do that? It just doesn't. Maybe I'm just being too logical and straight about some of these things, but why would you? So you keep all the warmth from the people you don't like, bring it home and come and release it from the one you say you like or
Yeah,
you
so
love.
like you said, there's familiarity.
Yeah, it's some way. So hey, for all of us watching out there and for us who will be watching later, please, it's simply called respect, and it's not like your spouse is doing too much and it's not playful and
Oh,
everything.
but
You have,
there are some that do too much,
okay,
especially for those with the OCD.
yeah, yeah. So
It's
I
it's
agree.
hard.
Hmm.
It's hard to also live with them. So they
Right.
also have to be very accommodating because those people would want even the way you set up their book or something
Correct.
at a
Everything
certain
to
angle.
be,
The moment it
yeah.
moves, it's a problem for them. And so those are
Yeah.
also the extremes.
Yeah, that's another level of prim and proper, right? Yeah. So there are some people, if you iron their clothes, there should be a line
The
somewhere.
line, yeah.
You should fold it in a certain way. Otherwise, they are all over the place, blah, blah, blah. That's also another one. That one usually is treated in a different place. Like it's not for the common places like this. But the basic ones. So let's put those extreme ones aside. The basic ones. It's I don't know. It's just uncalled for. It's just um, maybe let me contain myself. But hey, just show respect to your spouse. Don't say, oh, but this one you're just playing. You're just playing. You wouldn't play such games with people you claim you respect, right? And respect is always one of those pillars we need in a marriage, right? So yeah, just keep things what do you call it? Keep things a bit okay, so and proper, right? Let me push that aside. So, for example, let's say that you prepare food. It could be the man, it could be the woman, whoever wants to prepare food, right? And you also like dish that thing in just something. There are traits of people who have become disinterested in a relationship. Okay, they go like, I don't care. I mean, what's the big deal? To hell with you, whatever. Don't be found exhibiting those traits, right? So it could be involuntary, like it's not something you are intentionally doing, right? But it smacks of someone who is really not interested in maintaining like the respect in a relationship, blah blah blah, and so on and so forth.
You
And
just said something that.
okay,
So
yeah,
remember, in the past, there
mhm,
used to be something that is called room divider,
yeah,
where people
right.
buy their best of
Utensils,
plateware and or utensils and
cleaning,
hide
yeah,
them there. And so
exactly.
most of the time they will serve their spouses in a regular bowl and all that. And when the visitors come, they
This
go for the
come, yeah,
best. The best they have saved in a room divider
yeah,
for the visitor, which is not
right.
fair.
So you show more respect to the outsider than your spouse, like you get it. I don't know whoever brought introduced that. I don't know. But come on, you see all the best whatever stored in a room divider, and it's only used when a special visitor comes in, and you're come on. We need to rethink these things. We need to really reconsider them. And hey, give respect to, you see, this is the reason why I think our spouses even um, respect them all. Oh, so Mawena says, nice seeing you both. Hey, Doc, how's it going? Good to see you. So this is the more reason why the respect is needed. You have someone who has lived with you with all your donkeys and everything, and still loves you and wants to continue being with you. You get what I mean? Why do you throw respect out of the window and only give it to people you hardly even see, or people who hardly even care about you, and all, and so on and so forth? So, hey, regardless of all the hormonal changes, imbalances, whatever medical situation. It's interesting that Dr. Mawina is here
Mm.
today. Maybe later we'll get him to come and explain some of these things to us, why people cannot just be courteous and just, yeah, and just give reasons why they are not courteous, right? So no matter what the hormonal whatever, blah 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 blah, think about it. There are things you cannot easily do to people you claim you respect. Don't do those to your spouses. Give them the respect that is due. It's only fair that you give them the respect that is due. Prissy, do you have any closing comments before we go?
So for my closing comment, if you come from a home where maybe you run towards each other, fight and laugh over it, please ask your partner if that is equal to disrespect
Correct.
or respect before
Yeah.
you even decide to embark. Let the person know everything about you.
Don't come and
Yeah,
play such
because
games. Yeah.
in some homes, like respect, it is not a big deal, but
Yeah.
to your partner, it's a very big deal. So please find out that I am this how we do it in my house. What do you think about it?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
So
especially if you think you are skilled in such things, hey, represent your country in the Olympics. Don't come and mess up the home with that. Okay. So find out from your partner what that sounds like. Disrespect, respect, blah blah blah, before you go on exhibiting your talents. So on that note, we call it a day for today's episode of Dear Van. And please don't listen to this and just laugh and do nothing about it. Make sure you make changes and make your home a better place. Oh, Seth says that we are learning. Yeah, it's a good learning curve for all of us. So on that note, we say thank you so much for joining us on today's episode of Dear Van. We wish to see you on next week's episode as well. And always remember, no two relationships are the same. If you see someone farting to the husband and they are fine about it, your relationship might not thrive on that. So, as usual, remember, no two relationships.
Relationships are the same.
Thank you. Cheers and bye for now.
Bye.